work to develop students' writing and critical thinking skills, which they will need in secondary education, post-secondary education, the workplace, their whole lives. It's a key 21st century learning skill.
Well, the impact has been huge, not only on student skills and writing, but the thing that Writers Coach does, I think, the most for my students is that it gives them a consistent adult that they can check in with almost on a weekly basis, one-on-one, which is what we all want to do as teachers but don't have time.
Each of them taught me something different about writing.
You know, they really connected with you. They really tried to help you. You know, they're really nice.
I've never seen anything like the capacity of this kind of program where there are so many volunteers on site at one time, really working around one focus of improving academics through a personal touch.
The first chapter of this story happened in the year 2000. Small group of parents got together because they felt their kids weren't learning how to write. They wanted to figure out what to do about it. In the spring of the year 2001, 35 Berkeley High parents started sitting down with 180 Berkeley High students working on their writing in class. Right now, 530 trained volunteers, trained as writer coaches, are working with more than 2,000 students in 12 schools in 4 East Bay school districts.
We're working with all the children. We're not just working with the children that are struggling. We're working with kids at the A level, the B level, the C level, and the D level.
The kids all need writing support, so it doesn't matter. And so we work with groups of kids ranging from about 60 students at a school to a school where we're working with more than 400 students.
These essays I got were college level essays, like just blew me away because they had that opportunity to spend that little one-on-one time with a coach. I mean, it made a huge difference. It was amazing.
Numbers tell the story. We have hundreds of volunteer coaches working with thousands of students, but the only number that counts is one coach, one student, and the individual interaction that goes on there is the key to everything. That's the magic.
We try to have the same coach and student every week because it really helps the students gain confidence. It helps them realize that someone is interested and listening to what they have to say.
The teachers are saying in the English department that they feel as though their students are more connected and more engaged in what's happening, not just with the assignments they're doing with Writer Coach, but also what they're doing in the curriculum in general.
Learning is most effective when there is a student working individually one-on-one with a more able adult to guide them. And that underlies everything that we do here because the coaching is strictly one-on-one.
There's something about this one-on-one connection and watching the communication on the paper happening rather than just turning it in and a grade shows up later. It requires the kids to dig in and actually do the rewrites or do the second part of the assignment and have it done on time. And one of the results for my class was that we ended up finishing about twice as many major assignments with the assistance of the writer coaches than we did without them.
Our scores show that it's made a big difference. I mean, just in this year's Casey exam, we had 79% of our students pass the exam.
What school principals tell me about WriterCoach Connection is this program works. It generates results. Pass rates on the California high school exit exam go up. Writing proficiency goes up. Critical thinking skills go up. The rate of assignment completion that students see goes up. The students' grades go up, and the students' confidence goes up.
My writer coaches really did help me out when it came to trying to find different words to replace simple words such as and but and whatnot.
The interactions between coaches and students are positive. Students generally look forward to the experience. They know they're going to be heard, they know their ideas are valued, and they're going to get help.
I was actually really pleasantly surprised at the diversity of coaches. Was really pleased with the recruiting effort, and I was really happy to see that all ages and populations were represented.
And the coaches fall in love with their students. The coaches love the interaction, they love the energy, and It's very rewarding to see a student grow through the semester and progress in their writing and critical thinking abilities.
Anybody who wants to do this, we will train them to do it. Retired people, working people who can work it into their schedule, students, working professionals. It's a wide range of backgrounds, ethnicities, interests. We'll train anybody to do this.
Well, I really feel fortunate because it was just happenstance that my daughter, who worked at Berkeley High School, got an email and forwarded it on to me saying, "Mom, I think you'd like this." So that's how I found out about it.
It's a pleasure working with the kids. I'm retired and I'm 80 years old, and I hope that seniors will volunteer to get in this program. You will find it so totally inspiring.
Well, that I get to interact with my two kids, and I love them. They're so great, and I like when they tell me the stories about their lives and things that happen at school and their plans about the future and all sorts of stuff.
This is my second year with WriterCoach, and I do plan to be back next year because I really do enjoy it.
It turns out, much to my surprise, that I love working with teenagers, which is quite different from raising them. And it turned out it's just an extremely good fit for my skills and my interests, and I have a ball almost every single time I work with these kids.
They love it. I've had coaches who are very busy with jobs and school and families, and they always make time to be here. They recruit people for me. They're so excited to be here.
Just yesterday, somebody came back and went, "Oh, that hecka helped me understand the book." So even if it's not writing, even reading comprehension, just getting to talk it out, and I think that that's a huge benefit for the students.
It's fascinating the type of relationship that you develop with them. We first come into the classroom and we're both very nervous. And then after a while, a rapport starts, and it's a wonderful feeling.
I was surprised at how easy it was. Because really at the end of the day, it's about being a patient, an open listener, and liking kids. And luckily I like kids, and I like listening, and I like writing. If you have those three things, you'll be a good coach.
I think it brings a lot to each kid's life. It's a really nice way to give back to the community, to be involved in the lives of kids other than your own.
And the whole thing about this program is it binds together the community and its public schools. So most people want to work in the school in their community. But we have a lot of coaches who are willing to work at more than one school. They love doing this so much that they'll work in their local school, and then they say, "Where else are you doing this?"
The coaches really like being here because they feel like every time they come in, they are making a difference in somebody's life.
They see it in the student's eyes. That's the deal. You're working with this student, and you see in that student's eyes right now, today, the difference that you're making.
By the time we were done, she dried her tears and she wrote the best paper that I'd ever seen, and I knew I was hooked. That was it. I said, I want more of this.